Okay. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to McBoss Capital live stream. My name is Michael Chu. Today is Thursday, May 8th, 2025. We are 1 hour into this market at 8:36 a.m., 10:36 Eastern Time. As you see here, the big news today is Trump to unveil UK trade deal. So this is what kind of pushed the market higher this morning. Um, you can see Dow's up 0.5, S&P 0.5, and Nasdaq at 0.6. I go back to Investors Business Daily here. Just looking at the volume, it's quite a bit of volume today. So if the market can close strong today, this will be a positive. If it closes weak, then that will be a negative because we have so much volume coming in, but yet the market didn't move much, right? So that's something to pay attention to. Um, So I don't know how the market will continue throughout the day, but that's something we need to watch. Let's go to the stock chart for a second. I'm going to pull up QQQ ETF here. So here we are. We had a, oh sorry, this is not it. So have the follow through days, two follow through days. Since those two follow through days, we've really been climbing. We have this one day, really volatile day in the morning, and then we bounce back. Then we have another day yesterday where it went down and we bounced back. So and then we kind of followed through on the bounce today. So that's really good news. Again, obviously we have new news. So a new UK trade deal. This will give it momentum. Right now we're coming to 200-day line. Uh, we might get rejected yet again. We'll see. Today intraday we gap up open, but we gave up some gains already. We want to see if we hold this low, because if we can't hold this low and on even despite such good news, then we're probably gonna head lower again. And I don't know. We already tested 10-day ones, so right now this is the range, right? This is the range right here. So we could bounce in and out between this range here before we break through. Of course, we could also go down. You know, and those are the two scenarios. But right now, we look like we are stuck in range. Again, it's too early to tell. My hope is that today it will close strong. It will close at the 200-day line, and then tomorrow perhaps even more good news come out. Who knows? And we could gap above this black line here, and that will really be powerful. So that's what I'm hoping for. Jumping now to stocks on the move. We have lots of earnings news today, and so there's lots of stock on the move. And you can see Carvana is at the top here, Bros at the top here. All the stock app, all the stocks have reported. Upstart reported, um, and so so forth, right? So lots of stocks, really high percent volume today, as we saw in the index as well. 14% higher on the volume. So again, so far today, everything is positive, but if we do close lower, that is going to be a very big negative. But I hope certainly not. We'll see. So volume seems to be picking up as well as we speak here, because it was 14% when we look at it, now it's 60%. So yeah, there's lots of stuff. I tracked most of this already, but I'm gonna go look at A Lab for a second, because that's something I didn't track yet. What's happening here? Okay, let's go look at A Lab. So ALET reported it fell out early yesterday. Really weak earnings. So this semiconductor is kind of out of favor in a sense. So I'm going to track that here. We should have time to go over most of this stuff, so no worries. We have time. So let's look at app anyway, because since that's here, that's on the top of the list anyway. So app reported yesterday. very strong earnings guidance, right? Look at the number, triple digits. It's gonna slow down, but it's still gonna be big. Sales is also slightly slowing down, so but the stock is reacting positively today. It is reversing from the big gap up. Right now it's still up 13%. Obviously, it's way extended. Um, so I usually don't buy on a reversal. So and also because of the gap up. But look like it's gonna test the lows already in the morning here. We'll see if it can hold this low, or if not, it could drift down before it bounce again. So those are a couple of things that could happen here. But yeah, I think it's definitely good to be on watch list now that the earnings are gone. If it does come back up to the previous high, there's lots of room. So yeah, lots of potential still. So that's APP. Let me jump to the next stock here. MGNI is another growth stock on my list. Unfortunately, I wasn't in it when they report earnings. It gapped up quite a bit as well, just like App. And it was trading really tight here, but I got shaken out right here as you see. But I never got back in because of the earnings. It's too close, and so it did have a good earnings. So this is doing well as well. So MGNI. Oh, we can look at Nvidia. Yesterday there was some news about the restriction lifted on the Biden chip stuff. So so Nvidia actually closed pretty strong yesterday, right here, this bar. So 15 minutes before the close, the news was released that Trump will rescind some of the AI restrictions for exports, and that really propelled it higher. But today, I mean, it followed the market in the morning, but again, we are already going below the lows of today. So this is another reversal. It's worth watching, but at this moment, it's probably not trigger action. But it's worth watching for sure. Palantir. So Palantir had that huge pullback from the earnings right here. Um, so far it's been bouncing. Yesterday it didn't make a new low, so that was the first sign of recovery. And today we followed through really strong, 6% right now. Um, so yeah, it's a good bounce so far. It's very close to the 10 days, so it's probably still actionable right here because it's today is really the first day of bounce. Looking at the morning, you can see the lows right here, probably a good stop level for entry point. Um, yeah, looks really good. This is a nice cut with handle. This is a steep handle, but you know it happens. And I mean the numbers it speaks for themselves. You look at the numbers, it is slowing down a little bit. 17 cents in the December quarter, but the sales still pretty strong. So still looking good. Okay, let's see here. SITM was another one that reported. Um, yeah, really strong earnings. Look at this number, 25 cents, 49, 63, 33. Yeah, really strong numbers. And then the sales is slowing down. You can see here it's slowing down in terms of growth, but it's still double digits. And this is a sharp bounce from the bottom so far. Um, so here is look at how tight this is trading right here. Like it just doesn't want to go to the 10-day, right? This is the 10-day right here. And then today it gap out on earnings, but you can see again reverse, right? So it happens all the time, and because people who buy at the open, they usually get punished, and they test your patience. And now we have this low here, so we'll see if we can hold this low right now. This is a big bounce here, but we'll see if it holds that low. Um, Next we have ATAT. So this is a Chinese hotel chain. It's been bouncing, like it was trading really tight. Yesterday was probably the last time you could enter. Now it's so extended. Like even yesterday was already considered extended at the top range. And then today it went even stronger. So this is really strong earnings here. Okay. We have Cabana reporting. So it is slowing down right here. So that's the only negative. But it is hitting new high today. So here's the gap up right here. So this one is actually at the top of the range right now. Um, yeah, it's definitely extended now. But I mean, you know, it's near the breakout point. Usually within the base, I would tolerate a little bit more extension. So if I don't own it right now, I probably will buy it just because we are still in the base and we're trying to break out. But I wouldn't take a big position, maybe half size or something. But I'm already in it. So today's low, again, a good stop level. So that's Cavana. Lots of stocks still reporting. Um, Coming soon. LTH. So this one has reversed big so far. So this is the problem with some of these stocks that report earnings. They could get to turn very fast. So this one also has strong earnings, but I guess the market didn't like something about it. So let me just look at intraday chart. So yeah, so it's a big gap up, and look at this drop. That's a severe drop, and then it keep dropping even now. So this is very negative. Yeah, that's very negative. So this actually changed to normal. It's not really new high anymore. SE. SE hasn't reported yet 5 more days, but strong earnings. We are hitting new highs. So many stocks now are having this pattern where it's coming back to the top of the previous high. So so this is another one that's just coming back to this high. So obviously we can be looking for breakouts, right, from traditional buy point. That will be um, very positive if that happens. Um, but anyhow, we are just near it right now. And yeah, look at how tight this is trading. Anytime you see stocks trading tight, and not pulling back to the 10-day, like it doesn't want to touch the 10-day. The 10-day is right here. Look at that. That's a really positive. Next, we have USFD. So today it has earnings bounced pretty strongly. Again, this one is near the base. Look at this. So many stocks are doing this right now. This is really good because you know I don't know if it breaks out and then will pull back most likely because they're quite extended. So that's usually what happens. Is they'll try to break out or they even get reversed right here because the 10 days down here. So all stocks pull back to 10 days, like where they're usually near it somewhat. Very few stocks doesn't pull back to 10 days. So it could go a little bit more and then pull back as the 10-day catch up. So again, because when stocks break out, everyone jumps in, but then only 50% of stocks that break out actually work the first time. So they usually pull back and then bounce the second time. That's when it works. Um, or at least it works hard better in that sense. So USFD, yeah, looking good today. All right. GIA, this one is moving up slowly. Not reporting yet. Still 28 days. This aerospace defense, stable earnings, stable sales. Okay, next one. More also in aerospace defense. This one has really good earnings. Again, we're near the high of the base already. It's already broken out, so it's just holding tight right here. So this is what happens. See, it come up above the high, then it pulls back, then now it's bouncing, right? So it's still not moving hard. I'm not sure why it's not moving hard, so that's a problem. But it is still holding tight. So this is lower. Again, it has moved a lot, right? So the best stocks right now look like this. They're coming back to the top of previous high, and they're getting tested right now. Another one symbolic. They reported this morning really good earnings and sales. Machinery, general industrial. So this one reversed a little bit. So the really tight trading right here. The slope is not that strong, the 10-day. So that's one problem. But nonetheless, it did gap up. Already broke the low of this morning. So now getting tested. So yeah, lots of reversals today. Let's do a quick check on the index here. Um, it's still at 0.6%. It's still holding tight. But you can clearly see the index reversing. So again, they already broke the low of the morning. So right now we'll see if we can hold this low right here. Yesterday we looked at a whole bunch of health stocks. Feel free to go look at them. They didn't show up on the screens today. Um, okay, CRS. This is steel. So this one is still moving. So again, very tight trading. Didn't want to touch 10-day bounce. Looks really good. Just want to see AU gold. Let's see how gold is doing today. So this one's pulling back a little bit. Look at how tight it's trading. The gold price is pulling back a little bit, so it's following that pattern. Okay. No other financial stocks that are worth noting here. I mean, Upstart reported, but it didn't really move, I think. Zillow also have lower earnings. So here, okay, it did bounce a little bit. Um, but it's still kind of on a downtrend in a way. Um, yeah, I would wait a little bit more this one. But yeah, so that's Upstart. Zillow also reported. So also under the trend line. So yeah, so it's kind of not moving really. So those are the some of the stocks. I'll just quickly pull up. So yeah, so it looks like QQQ is weakening as Trump is actually speaking right now, which is interesting. It's down to less than 0.3 now. So so I'm not sure if why the market is reacting negatively, but anyhow, that's the nature of this. You know, as I said earlier, this is the second time we come close to the 200 day. If we fail here, that will officially form a lower high, which is not a good thing, because that could start a new downtrend. But again, we're still stuck in this range, so we'll see. I'll just quickly see what's up. So some of the stocks that are still at the top of my portfolio. So Sterling. So this one is reversing. Look at how extended this is. Many stocks are so extended. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback. Look at this one, HIMS. Really extended, right? XMTR. This one a little bit extended. TAM. This one I just got in yesterday, but look how fast it already extended. So these are fast moving stuff. G, this one is more normal, so this one is good. It's been very consistent. Again, this one is near the base high. Let's look at Spotify. So this one is pulling back a little bit. This one already broke out again. So the pullback is very tight right here, very tight. That's the probably the best pullback you can see here. So that's really good. I really think Spotify could do well. Shack, this one's moving up nicely as well. Again, they look a little bit extended, right? Not too crazy, but it does look extended. Grind. Grind continues to go higher. Again, today it reversed a little bit. I don't hear anyone talking about this stuff. It's already below today's low, so yeah. So yeah, a lot of stocks are going below today's low, morning low, which is not a good sign. If the market continue to go lower, then we'll see more stocks fall, but we'll see. Anyhow, too early to tell, but that's what we have to be cautious about. The index comes to be holding again, 0.4%. Go back to 5-minute chart. Here we are. It's bouncing right here, but again, we'll see if this holds. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys have a good day, and see you tomorrow. Bye now.